Okay, we are back. Is anyone there? Can you hear me? That's that's the second best thing to say, right? We're back, and can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me, guys? Please say you can hear me. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yay. Guys, I'm so sorry. Well, I guess I'm not. Hey, Ronnie. Perfect. Yay. Okay. All right, let's get started. So let me just get comfortable here. All right. Hey, Amy, how you doing? My gosh, Johanna, hello, hello. Hey, Kirsten. Hey, Bernice. Did you hear that Medicine for the People's back on in September? I know, Micah. You should have been here. It's so clear. Oh yeah. Well, it would have been helpful if I'd had the right selection for our audio, right? I mean, that's always an important thing to select. So, oh my gosh, we're used to going live on our cell phones, so the laptop's different, and yeah, so it took me a little bit to get used to it. So hopefully you can remember it for the next time. Yes, Amy, thank you. I know. I just found out that you and Brandy are connected. The universe is just so amazing. It just pulls people together in the most unlikely ways. So we have to pay attention to that. Hey, Denise. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the comments, guys. I'm not looking at the camera, so I apologize for that. Actually, I don't. This isn't about me. It's about us being connected together. Yeah, Bernice. I'm hoping that we can make it in September. Yeah, we are planning on going to see Wendell's parents in the fall. So, oh wow. Wow. Oh, Ronnie, I want to see you. I hope that you can make it. Linda, how are you doing, hon? Are you all healed? Are you ready to kick some butt? Linda just had some surgery on her hip, so kicking butt is going to be important for her. So my daughter Micah is on. So thank you, Micah, for the support. I really appreciate that. All right, so we have 15 people on, and there's no agenda. I'm a Capricorn without a plan, so this is uncharted waters for me. So I'm hoping that y'all can engage and help, bring to life this hour of crystal conversations. Hey, Deanna. Oh my gosh, Samantha, thank y'all. I really appreciate you showing. So this is not the typical Triskele Odyssey sale show. We're not selling anything. All we're doing is taking a part of the business of what I enjoy, which is the crystals themselves. I mean, not the commerce side of crystals, but what they. Ooh, Huntsville. Okay, I have to talk to you about Huntsville. Oh, yay! So Linda Williams is part of my shaman class. We've had some really good workings together. So she's going to be taking shamanism level 2. Congratulations, Linda. That is so cool. Oh, yay. Hey, Ellen. How you doing? Is spring come to Canada yet? That's important. Oh, yeah, Carlos. I need you here. Carlos, I need somebody like you to help me get through this. So Carlos Moran, if you don't know him, he also is a seller of crystals, but more than that, Carlos has a gift. He will connect you with crystals um, that have beauty, unlike others. I mean, of course, I hope that I'm giving you beautiful crystals, but Carlos is actually taking it a step further. He's really connected, so I really am really happy that Carlos is on with us today. Yeah, so I've almost picked up my crystal to use as a mouse. No, Carlos, you're amazing. Take credit. Yeah, you're doing good things. You're doing really good things. So, Tracy, you know my daughter, Micah? Micah, you know Tracy. Wow, I'm telling y'all, it's just so odd how the universe brings us together, and we can't ignore that. I mean, we're a tribe. I mean, a tribe maybe not in physical form, but in spiritual form, and we really have to stay focused on that. That we do have a connection. That we're not alone. That we're not, floundering. So Ellen is in the east coast. I'm sorry, the west side of Canada, which I love that area, Ellen. I mean, I've had the opportunity to visit many times. It's a beautiful place. Hey, Katie, thank you for joining. Spring is knocking. I know. I know. I know, Amy. That is so bizarre. I mean, not bizarre. I told Brandy contacted me earlier and she's like, I know Amy. I'm like, no way. So Brandy is taking classes from my shaman teacher. But Brandy and I have been had a connection for a year or two, I think. So that is just, yeah, it's just so I am reaffirmed all the time that the universe, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Hey, Maribel. I'm so happy. I see your lives, honey. I don't know if you know that I sneak in and check you out. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you're doing well. Yeah, it's such an amazing thing that you are able to connect with others and give them what they're looking for. An angel aura, guys. If you need readings, Angel is amazing. So she is extremely connected to spirit, and she will be able to help you with any question that you have that's you're looking for or need confirmation of. Yeah. So Angel Aura has Angel. I don't mind if you put your business page, your section here. And this is not about selling crystals. It's about connecting with each other. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Please do, Ronnie. We're actually in the beginning stages of building a home in Huntsville. So it's kind of cool that you're talking to me about Huntsville right now. Absolutely, Katie. I really think that um, Robert Moss, if there's a book that he wrote, it basically talks about that there is no such thing as coincidence. We are connected. We just have to pay attention to the signs, to the connections, to the way that the energy, the web of energy connects us. Yeah, yeah. So that's it's really cool. So I think what we'll do is just go ahead and start talking about. Oh, hey, Chelsea, or just keep talking about people that are coming in. How are you doing, hun? Yeah, I'm doing great. I really am. Wendell and I are. We have been blessed. We've escaped so many tragedies that have come in other forms and affected other people. And I don't know. I can't tell you why. I feel like we're in a bubble of some sort, and it's kind of strange to say that. And I'm so thankful that we have been able to prosper and maintain our sanity. Number one, our health. And number two, um, but it's been very bizarre and surreal in so many ways. Oh my gosh, Ronnie, I need a Ronnie hug is what I need. Oh my gosh, yeah. So Ronnie Muniz, if you know Maribel, I believe it too. Ronnie Muniz, I have to tell you, Wendell and I have gone rock hounding, but it's been topical. I mean, it's like, oh, kind of like foo-foo-y. I mean, I'm like, we gotten dirty a little bit, but we went home to a hotel, right? So it wasn't all that strenuous. Ronnie, Ronnie Muniz is a rock hounder. If you need, I mean, whatever she sells, y'all need to buy. Ronnie, he extracts from Mother Earth, Gaia, crystals that you would not ever have the opportunity to have before in your collection. But when she does it with such respect that you know that crystal has granted permission in a way for Ronnie to bring it home to you. So um, I have several pieces in our personal. I'm not even going to call it a collection. It's not even a collection. It's it's part of our life. That it's prominently displayed. So Ronnie, and you're welcome to post your information, hon. I know, Chelsea. I'm the same way. I don't. It's almost like I'm embarrassed to say that we've prospered or maintained a level of health throughout this. No, I completely understand what you're saying. It's almost I don't want to doubt what's happening because I know it's real, but it's almost like it's surreal, right? It's almost like how can this happen to them when it's not happening to me? Why am I isolated? And it's not that I'm doubting the blessings I'm having, but it just seems to be so unfortunate for those that are affected, and I'm not. So, but anyhow, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go get back to the crystals. So, um, this has been coming on for a while for me. Um, as y'all know, we have Triskele Odyssey. We're in our fourth year now of offering crystals for the public to purchase. But my crystal obsession goes back a long time. My eldest, I'm not going to tell you how old she is because she's on the call. Um, but I've had crystals in my life for very many years. Um, so I appreciate what they can do for us. And for the very longest time, I've had a lot of people come to me and say, I need a crystal for this, I need a crystal for that. And I do what you do. All of us do. We have our books. One of my favorite books is this one here, 101 Power Crystals. It's one of my go-to books. I go online. I Google what anxiety, blah blah blah. I check it out. Um, but I mean, that's the generalization of a crystal. But I really think that crystals have more than that. I mean, I don't think, just like us humans do. So what I thought what we would do is be able to connect together and speak about specific crystals. And then this week, I wanted to talk to you about Smoky Quartz. So this Smoky Quartz, and I don't know if you can see this, but this was actually for sale on our page. It was on one of our Facebook Lives. And I put it out there and I was like, oh my gosh, this crystal is so cool. That is so me. But I put it up for sale and someone bought it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I that's my crystal. And you bought it. I had this tugging feeling inside of me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you this story. They bought it. And a few days later, they contacted me and said, I'm going to gift you with that crystal. So get this, all right? So I'm selling this crystal to someone who bought it and gave it back to me and still paid the invoice. So this crystal, it's kind of crooked. Okay, so there it goes. This crystal really meant to stay with me. This is crystal, the Smoky Quartz, and it is not flawless in any way. It has cracks, crevices, inclusions, dings, dents, weird little appendages down here. It's got some quirky things going on. But oh yeah, Bernice, yeah. But this is my crystal. This is mine. I mean, we have a connection. It was meant to stay with me. And I've used it several times for healing sessions. Um, it's just so, it's not perfect in any way, really. But it's perfect for me. Yeah, I know, Judy. I'm not gonna mention the person but when I found out, I was just over the moon. I was like, oh my gosh, what, what a wonderful gesture. I mean, it was just beyond belief. Um, and I was just so thrilled. Um, so this crystal has helped me and others in so many different ways because I use it in my crystal healings. And it's actually gone beyond and above what a smoky quartz would normally be or do. A smoky quartz, if you read up on a smoky quartz, it has a lot of general qualities. You know, I mean, it helps you release things that you've been holding on to. It'll help you ground. And absolutely, this crystal is that. That it absolutely it transmutes negative energy. Does that too. But this crystal and what I did with it, just specifically for this live tonight, I did a journey asking what this crystal's intention was, the relationship it would have with me. What could it do specifically for me? So, what it told me was that it would help me not just release the past, but also cut through any of the superficial bullshit. I don't know if I can say that online. BS. And trust and not worry that what I was doing with the crystal was not correct. Um, and so I would offer this to you if you have a crystal. And yeah, certainly look at it online. Look at the personalities. Look at the characteristics. Look at what the experts say. Don't discount that, but it's a generalization. We all understand that. This crystal, whatever crystal you hold in your hand and you communicate with that crystal, that's the intention. That's the relationship you have with that crystal. What? Okay, so let me see what Ronnie's saying. Oh, yeah, I know. So rocks have feelings. I mean, they are, it's Mother Earth, so we can't discount, what they're trying to tell us. Even, Ronnie, I'm so happy you said that. So yeah, yeah, it's not a perfect crystal, but it's still a crystal all the same. Um, when I um, when I have friends go out of town, and they'll say, can I get you something? Can I bring you back something?" Um, for the longest time, this is what I told them: "Bring me back a rock." And it's the rock doesn't matter. But what I want you to do is I want you to in the moment, whatever feeling you have, you're standing, overlooking a cliff, a mountain, seashore, anything, a meadow. That moment is where you take your energy and your memories and impart it into the stone and bring me back that feeling. And that's where that to me, I mean, bringing me back a rock and hold just one second. I'm going to show you my rock collection. Okay. All right. So sorry, guys. This is my rock collection. So these are truly rocks that I have asked people to bring back from their travels. A gift. I don't want a T-shirt. I want a rock. Right. So yeah. So Ronnie, I understand what you're saying. I mean, these rocks hold memories. They hold energy. Just a rock. I mean, to me, this rock is just like this crystal. They're they're basically the same. So I have, yeah. So yeah, I'm with you, Ronnie. exactly. Yeah. Ah, I know. Brandy, Smoky. So this is the Smoky that I took a picture of for the event. I've had this one, I don't know, 10 plus years, I guess. So when I took the picture, I didn't even realize that one of the angles it showed was a triangle, which is one of my favorites. Geometry symbols is the triangle. But so their Smokies come in all different shapes, sizes. Some of these are from my personal collection. This guy, I'll have to show you. Oh my gosh. He is just awesome. He has done so much good things for me. Yeah. So do y'all have any experiences that you want to share about, either your smoky quartz or any other crystal that you felt like didn't fit the norm or went above and beyond? Oh, you have a 6 point. Ah, really? Brandy, please share a picture. Yeah, share a picture. I would love to see y'all's crystals. And I pulled some of these that we would offer in the store. So the dark smoky, the Marian quartz, I love the darker. I like the oddball. I like the ones that are just not. I don't like pretty. I don't like perfect because I'm not that way. So it kind of helps me feel good not good about myself, but it makes me realize that perfection isn't the norm. It's just I like the raw, the rough, the ready, the ones that are just a little bit eclectic and a little bit quirky. That's me. It speaks to me. Do y'all have any of those experiences where you just kind of like um, you have a quartz or a smoky quartz or any other crystal that just doesn't fit the norm that you'd read online, or yeah, you love the odd ones. Yeah, absolutely. The natural ones. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and so I think that the thing that you can do for yourself and the crystal that you're using, hey, yeah, Ellen, absolutely, is trust it's calling to you. Um, so I would definitely take some time and try and do your best. So all right, so yeah, so Carlos makes a really good point here. All right, so let's look at what Carlos is saying. He's tried to connect with Smokey, but I really don't feel a connection. But I love his asylum. That he actually got a piece from us, and now he has several in his personal collection. But I seem to connect with more with mixed crystals. So Carlos, this is a perfect. I love this. Thank you very much. So guys, when if you pick up a crystal and you don't find a connection with it, if you don't find any energy, if there's nothing, it's just like a weight and nothing more, that's okay. I think I really appreciate this, Carlos. I think it's okay. You need to give yourself permission to say, all right, it's not for me, move on. It could be for someone else. So you may have purchased it and you may just be, I like to use this word, a mule to get it to the next point. So just say that, okay, it's not for me. And actually, Carlos, I have several pieces that I've encountered that same feeling that you start to doubt yourself. Okay, so yeah, I don't feel anything with this. So am I not connected? Am I not part of the spiritual realm, the metaphysical realm? What's wrong with me? Another person picks it up and they can feel all this energy. They get tingly and they get kind of dizzy, and I'm just like nothing. So Carlos, don't. I mean, oh my gosh, thank you so much for bringing this up. So I want to make the opportunity here to say that's okay. It's absolutely okay. You don't have that connection with Smoky Quartz, and Asylum is the one for you. And I don't know if I have any Asylum in my personal collection, but Carlos, I would love to do a show with that. So Bernice is saying all of hers are natural and odd. Bernice, I'm with you, girl. I am natural and odd too. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's okay. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's how it connects to you, and it's or not. And then if it doesn't, then um, give yourself permission to say that's okay. I mean, and it's just like people. I really think the crystals are well. I think crystals are more like dogs than they are people, but you don't connect with everyone, and that's all right. So, all right. So Micah, all right, guys, I'm gonna have to telling her. So Micah Thompson, my eldest daughter, love of my life, she's not she's not quite a believer yet. I have faith that she will come to the other side. She actually picks up a crystal, and I thought I was gonna have to pick her up off the floor. She almost fainted on us. It was that intense. And then it scared her. So because of that, she was like, I'm not picking up that crystal ever again. So, you know, she's very, very intuitive, but she just hasn't come to terms with her gift yet. So I have hope. Yep. Mike, I'm going to still work on you, honey. Ah, Katie's got a good point here. All right. So, yeah. So, Katie, absolutely. I think that that's a wonderful point that Katie has. So think about this, guys. So you have a crystal that you connect with and you put your intention in that crystal. So I'm just going to say, okay, A crystal, this crystal, I need you to do X, right? And then I'm like, okay, I can do X. Sure, no problem. Got that. It's part of my skill set. I'm your person. I'm your crystal. So they do that for you. And then you evolve, Katie. Just think about that. So you're evolving, and that crystal is also it's waiting in the background. It's like, okay, Katie's ready now to move on to that first level of thing that she asked me to do. And now let's mix it up a bit, and we're going to take it up a level. So yeah, so Katie actually has a very good point, guys. So pay attention to that. So just because you have a crystal and you've set an intention and you've come to an agreement that the crystal is going to do something for you, don't discount it. Don't put it in a box. Don't set it aside saying, okay, this crystal can only do that. Come back to it. Feel that, are there any other crystals out there that can help me at this moment? And listen to your intuition. So if that crystal is yelling at you and saying, hey, come back over here, this is what I was really born to do. And now you're ready to do that. So let's do it together. So yeah. So Katie, thank you. That's an excellent point. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay. So Ellen, so she was no idea where it came from. I'm telling you, that's so appropriate, isn't it? Yeah. So it's just like, okay, it's time. It's like falling out of the sky. It's just like all of a sudden it's there. Yeah, and a clear quartz. So the clear quartz too. I mean, Ellen, that's an amplifier. That is just like the number one. If you have anything in your collection, it has to be a clear quartz. Yeah, Denise, I've actually given crystals to people in the airport. It's like I have no idea why I brought it with me, but you have a conversation with somebody and they have a need, and you're like, okay, this is why I brought it with me. Yeah, and so being a mule, guys, it's not a bad thing in so many ways. It sounds kind of, unless it's drugs, but from a crystal perspective, it's okay. You actually gave that crystal legs where it didn't have any. Yeah, Micah, I know. I know, Micah. She has my blood, guys. So she it's in her. She just hasn't really adjusted to it yet. Ronnie, I know, Ronnie, but that's your role, hun. You're the matchmaker. It's part of what you're supposed to do. I'm telling you guys, the I had some experiences with crystals that Ronnie provided that were just unbelievable. She, she has a gift, and Ronnie, you're here on this earth for this, on this plane for this reason. You have to keep going. Ooh, a pink opal. You know, Judy, I don't think I've ever held a pink opal. No, I don't think I have. Yeah, I mean, so oh, it's disappeared. Oh no. Wow. Okay. How long did you have it? Yeah. Oh, so Amy has a son named Hunter that this boy is gonna he's 11 or 12. I mean, I can't remember how old he is. I think he's 12. So he is very, very sensitive. And I say that sensitive to the spiritual realm. Mark my words, guys. Hunter will be the person, he'll be a type of person that will help many individuals connect to their ancestral realm. He's a medium, he's a natural medium. And the spirits right now are they're he's a magnet for them. So he's just definitely and I actually I did a journey before I went to Amy's house to do a cleansing, and I wanted to bring with me a crystal that would help Hunter, and we the spiritual guides and myself selected a blue tiger eye. I mean that one just I mean it just fit perfectly with him. Yeah, so he's going to be amazing, Amy. You're very, very blessed to have him in your life, and he's blessed to have you too. We talked about that. Ronnie. If you've seen her work, she is a mule. Absolutely, physically, she's a mule. Uh, okay. So Smoky and Citrine are hard to tell apart. Any advice? So that's actually a really good part of question, Kirsten. Let me see. So here is Smoky. All right. So let me see if I can. Camera's over there. So this is a Smoky. Let me get you one of my Citrines. Hold on just a second. Uh, Yeah, so here's it's a little bitty guy. So the citrine and the smoky, I mean, from a color perspective, they're really very, very similar. I mean, the citrine has almost an orangish tint to it, but from a geology standpoint, I don't know that there's a really good way to tell that. Energetically, I mean, I can tell the difference, but from a scientific standpoint, I'm not the one to say. I'm not a geologist, and that's I'm going to say this right now, and I appreciate the segues, Kirsten. I'm not an expert on anything that's related to crystals. I just wanted to have a platform that we can all come together and discuss our experiences with crystals, um, and just be able to discuss, you know, how we came in contact with them, how we use them, you know, what our feelings are about them. So I appreciate you telling me to mention that, Kirsten, because it is important for me to say that because I'm not an expert. But this is a citrine. It's a natural citrine from the Congo. It's actually one that I use in my healing sessions. I have a whole set of crystals that I select from. This is one of them. I'll just lay this on the person's body. But it depends. Like the citrine is, I think, traditionally for the solar plexus. But I've used this before on the third eye. So I don't want to box in, pigeonhole a crystal in any way, just like I wouldn't want to be. That's a really good point, though, Christian. the differences between the two because they are very similar. But I think that the citrines have more of a golden, a yellowish tinge to it. Denise, you like being a mule? I know. You shouldn't take offense. They selected you. They knew that you would get them to the right point. So you should feel honored. 2 years? Wow. 2 years ago. I wonder where it went. Right, Judy? And what are they thinking? I mean, so that pink opal is out there doing something. It's working, but you just like wonder, like, okay, what were you doing? Why did you come through my life? What was I supposed to learn? I mean, am I just a jumping off point? I know, Amy, you're so fortunate. Yeah, so Carlos has got a good point. It does depend on the location. So I really love the Congo citrine. I mean, I worked in South Africa for a long time, so it kind of can. I almost feel like I don't know, my hometown, that type of thing. So I have a connection there. So the dark smokies to me, and this is just me, and once again, Katie, I have to tell you that I've never met a crystal that told me I was lying. Rule number one, right? So um, to me, the darker of the crystal, the smoky, it's the deeper the radiation. And radiation is either natural and it can also be man-made. So I mean, it's difficult for me to know the difference. So the deeper the radiation, the the deeper of the grounding, the more base crystal it is. It's the so let me show you here. This is one that we have in our shop. So this is the darker smoky versus um, this one. It's a lighter smoky, right? So I mean, you can obviously see the difference. So it the dark and light. I mean, there's a symbology there, but it's definitely has to do with the radiation. It'll take you. I mean, it'll. It's almost like you've got an anchor on you. It's just like okay, you're. It's going to be grounding you to the nth degree. If you have the opportunity, take a moment and take one of your lighter smokies and a darker smoky, and do some work with it. When I say work, do meditation. I don't know if I want to use that word. Um, so just sit quietly with dark smoky in your hand and just let your mind wander. Don't think about your grocery shopping. Don't think about, oh my God, my toilet's dirty and I've got friends coming over tomorrow. Nothing like that. Just think about dark smoky. So you got dark smoky in your hand and just let the feelings and the emotions and the thoughts wash over you, right? Whatever comes to mind, just let it come. Don't try and push it away. And then when you're finished with it, however long it takes, you'll know what the right amount of time is. Stop what you're doing, write down your impressions. Do the same with the lighter smoky. You know, close your eyes, get in a quiet place, don't have any distractions, and just think about what lighter smoky is trying to tell you. Connect with it energetically. You're not talking to it, can't speak back. Energetically, you're part of it. You have energy, it has energy. Then, compare the two. Look at your notes for dark smoky versus light smoky, and then that's your answer. That's the difference. And maybe there isn't any, but if there is, then that's what each crystal, and that's separate crystal, not the whole class of dark and light smokies. It's that specific crystal it's trying to tell you. Oh, Judy never took it out of the house. Wow. That's freaky. I love that, Judy. That's cool. Yeah. So it didn't physically walk out. it energetically walked out of Judy's house. So guys, I am a magical being. I'll have to admit that on this live show. I believe in magic. I have seen magic work. I worked magic. I know that magic exists. So when Judy said she never took it out of the house, can I think that it's been transported? Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's possible. There's things in this world we cannot explain. I mean, absolutely, we cannot explain it. And are there other spiritual realms that exist on their same plane? I believe so. Are there other beings that exist on our same plane? I believe so. So Judy, yeah, I absolutely, I mean, there are other realms that exist. So do I think that it was taken out of your home magically? Yeah, absolutely, it could be. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, Ronnie has a good. Okay, so Ronnie's bringing up a good point here. The need to cleanse stones. So, all right, so I'm full of energy. This crystal is full of energy, right? When I hold this stone, I connect with it energetically, right? So my energy kind of melds and blends with this stone. So just think about if I gave this stone to Ronnie. So I'm not just giving Ronnie my stone, I'm giving Ronnie the energy that I imparted into this stone, right? So that makes sense. Um, so now if Ronnie likes me and she trusts my energy, then my energy is okay to be in the stone. But if Ronnie wants to start over fresh and have the stone at a blank slate, if you will, and just the base energy of the stone, then Ronnie needs to cleanse the stone. She needs to take it back to base zero and make sure that there's none of my energy attached to the stone. So cleansing the stone is going to be important. You can do that in so many different ways. We cleanse Wendell. I mean, that's his job now. Right before all of our shows, we sound cleanse our stones. So he takes one of our we either have it's over here. I'm pointing over here a crystal pyramid. We have sound bowls. We have a hand bell, and so we go through each stone and we energetically we clear its energy with sound. Right. You can clear it with other stones like uh, Ronnie actually has given us some selenite. Selenite is a great cleanser of stones. You can put it out on the full moon, water, depending on the stone itself, salt. You can bury it in the earth. There's a lot of different ways depending on the stone. You have to do your research, make sure that the stone will accept the cleansing. Sound cleansing works for all stones, but what Ronnie's explaining is correct. And also, you also need to make sure you can reset its intentions, its energy. So it's not just cleansing it of negative energy, but it's almost like resetting it, right? So make sure you do that. It's just like when you buy used furniture. I love antiques, right? I will go to an antique store to buy a nightstand or a hallway stand, something like that. Lamps, right? The energy of the people that had it before you is attached to that item. Same for crystals. So think about that. You want to cleanse it energetically. Yeah. Ah, yeah. So the dark smokies you like. Yeah. So the cleanse by the moon. Yeah, Micah, you can do that. Absolutely. The moon has very, very strong properties. Yeah, that's great, Katie. Please, yeah, come back and let us know. Ooh, Ellen does a combination. Yeah, so I like that. I can see where that would be really, actually, that's really fascinating concept. So the dark and the light. So the dark smokies, I can see it now. So I'm kept grounded by the dark smoky, but the light smoky allows me to move beyond the moment to where I can actually explore possibilities. Ah, man, Ellen, I love that idea. Yeah, so that's what Ronnie's saying. Yeah. Hey, Terry. Hello, hon. Yeah, we're talking about crystals here. Yeah, Judy, I think they come in our lives for a reason. I really do. Yeah, Angel, I believe too. I really do. I mean, I think it's important for us to stay connected. I mean, they're natural. The they're not sinister at all. I mean, there's nothing negative about a crystal. Yeah, Carlos, I agree. And so Carlos actually puts out posts that speaks of the properties of the crystal. So he's very Carlos is a teacher of their properties. So I really appreciate what you're doing there, Carlos. Yeah, I think so too. Um, when they disappear, absolutely. I mean, it's just um, I have a the fae. I mean, the fairies or the gnomes, the underworld. Not well. I mean, not how do I say this? So the underworld, there are different levels of the realms. So the fae and the gnomes, they actually exist on this plane, but in a different spiritual aspect. Yeah, I know, Linda. I mean, how can that happen, right? How could you lose something in your home, right? It's just like, yeah, misplace it's one thing, but disappear and never come about. Hey, Marion. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, we're just sitting here chatting about crystals in general. The initial topic was about smoky quartz, but that's just an introduction. We go beyond that. Saging. Oh, good point, Ronnie. Yeah. Um, so sage. I sage. Well, we've almost put off the fire alarms before here in the house. It gets pretty smoky here on, especially on show night. We are saging each other. I have incense going. I make my own incense. I have bundles of sage. Yeah, so I am all about the herbs, burning herbs just to sanctify and cleanse something, ourselves, our environment, crystals. Yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. Om. Ah, Bernice. Yeah, Om. Right. So Om. Listen to this, guys. So Bernice, what she's suggesting is to Om. So if you've ever done any type of meditation and the the mantras when you do that, you're vibrating, you're vibrating your energy center. So yeah, that sound, Bernice, is I love that suggestion. Thank you, Bernice. That is so amazing. Grid works. Yeah. Okay. So Ronnie, grid, we do have grids here in our home. um We have them mostly at the front, the entryway. I have one just specifically of azurine, and then I have another one in our dining room, which is in the front. Let's see, it would be the northeast section of the house. That's all about prosperity. But grid work, it's amazing how you can use crystals connecting to each other in a specific and unique geometrical uh, aspect, and how it activates them. It actually, it's almost like the fifth element. I don't know if you ever watched that movie before, when all of the five stones like were activated and they all came together and they were all of a sudden just so powerful. That's what a grid can do for you. Yeah, grid work. And there's no right or wrong way to do them, guys. You will know what it works. If you doubt the placement, then something's not right. Rearrange it, change it. If you look at it and it's just like the angels are singing, then you did it right. Uh, I wouldn't suggest that you follow anything online strictly. Give it a way to give you some groundwork and some prodding, but go with your intuition, guys. Your intuition is going to tell you exactly what's right or wrong. Oh my gosh. Look and listen to Carrie. Okay, Carrie, this is amazing. Oh wow. They were like, okay, we've done our job. We're gone. He's here. You don't need me anymore. Oh, wow, Carrie, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I love that story. Ah, you need to have a connection and call that connection opal. Bernice, I think, well, I think you do. I mean, because right now I think you got a lot going on, so I think you're I think you're too much in your head right now. I think you really need to get back to stay tethered in a lot of ways. Oh, Tracy, that's actually I think that's so how to program the intention in your stones. So this is what I do. I know it's 8:05. I hope you'll have some time to stick around. Um, this is what I do, Tracy. So try it. If it works for you, great. If not, you'll find your way, hon. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. So so get your stone, whatever stone it is, whatever one you connect with. And I'm telling you right now, if it's a red jasper and you want to use it to activate your third eye, then that is the stone to use. Okay. So even though it from the social media and how the normal outlets like the books and the website say, red jasper isn't used for that. Disregard that at all. So if you have this feeling, I want to set an intention. Look around your crystals, and whatever you first land on, that's the crystal that's telling you work with me. Okay, so then pick up that crystal and then build a relationship. Tell that crystal, this is what I like. This is what I need. Can you do that for me? It'll tell you if it can. And if it agrees, if it's excited and it goes in wholeheartedly, then that's a crystal that's for that intention. And then you tell it, this is what I need. And it says, okay, I agree. And then you built a relationship. And the intention is a relationship. And that's what you have to remember. It's not so much your will over the crystal. It's the relationship that you have with the crystal. Yeah. Ah, yeah, Ronnie, oh my gosh. Girl, I know I need to call you. I am just so bad about that. Uh, I think I can call you tomorrow. Will you be available tomorrow? Yeah, I know, Bernice. So Marion is somebody that also does a lot of work with crystals. Marion, what type of grids do you do that you think are working well for you? Hey, Terry's moved back to Angleton. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear that. Not at all. No. Oh my gosh, Marianne, not at all. Yeah. I found out that I had allergies this year. I didn't even know I had. Um, yeah, I can't use scented soaps anymore. So, no, I don't think it means you're evil at all. It just means that your immune system is, different and, it can't take the additional smoke and allergens that are equated to sage. But you can do other things, like you said. You the energy from our hands. So, Marianne, I just want to focus on this for a second, if you don't mind. So, all right. So, guys, we have energy all in our hands. Um, we can perform healings with our hands. So when Marion mentioned that she does white energy from her hands, so just envision when you're cleansing something. So it's not just selenite, sage, sound, moonlight, water, salt. I mean, it's us. We can be us too. I mean, so our positive energy can emit from our hands, our body. Yeah, I like that, Marion. Thank you for bringing that back to the basics. So if we have one tool, guys, one tool, it's ourselves, right? So, and I'll say this. So there was I had a shamanic class here a couple last month, and we had to perform healings on each other. And my ritual room, this one that I'm in now, was taken up with an actual healing session. So all of my tools were in here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't perform a healing session because my tools are in here. And then I'm thinking, I am the tool, right? So above all, I'm the tool. Everything else is accessories. I'm the tool. Palo Santo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Linda's got on her bedside table. Yeah, so Carlos does a complete cleanse. Yeah, I know. So Carlos, if you so they've been jerked out of the ground, right? So they're probably pretty angry, or they have the energy of the person that removed them. So it's just really important to give them respect and then give them a bath and introduce them into your home and give them a welcome. Yeah, absolutely. I can see where that would. Yeah, that's a really good approach, Carlos. Ooh, okay. So Marion just did grid work, calming anti lepidolite and citrine. Wow. Okay, so lepidolite, yeah, that has that actually has a very strong calming uh, property to it. Citrine. So the citrine antidepressant, yeah, the citrine is all about sunny. It's just like the element of the sun. It's just like shining through happiness. And clear quartz, I love clear quartz because it amplifies anything. It's just like, okay, takes it to the next level. And agate crescent moves. I just recently started purchasing a lot of agate. There's just something about it. It's just so diversified, right? It's just, and it's one of the basic crystals we have. So it's common, but I like commonality. It just means that it's accessible to everyone. Yeah, Ronnie is the guy. So if y'all need some smoky quartz, hook up Ronnie. Ronnie's a rock hounder, guys. This is the source. Carlos, yeah, I have some of my Florida water already made up. So I use that for cleansings, not just for crystals, but also for my home. Aaron, I know. I mean, so I have to tell y'all. So Miriam does self-love. I mean, so the first thing I thought about when I was doing this, try to come up with this crystal conversation. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be videoed, and all the flaws and all the blah blah blah. And I was like, I just had to get over that. It's not about me. It's about us. I have the platform to bring us all together, and I'm thinking, I have to do this. It's not about me. It's about us. And so when Marion, having a grid for self-love, yeah, we have to learn to love each other for who we are. It's not about what society says we are. right? And so Marion's found a way to do that by using crystals. Hey Kirby, how you doing? So Ronnie Carlos is in Las Vegas. Oh, Katie's near Seattle. I love that. Yeah, Tracy. Tracy, you're bringing learning too, hon. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Let's go to Carrie's house. Let's all just vagabond. Carrie, how many guest suites do you have? This is so cool. Carrie, literally 1 ton of stones. Man, we live in Southeast Texas. We were scratching at the top of the surface and couldn't find anything. So you are blessed, hon. You are so blessed. Yeah. Carlos, y'all need to connect. Ronnie and Carlos. I'm telling y'all, this is a marriage here. Carlos, Ronnie can connect you with some really amazing stuff. Mount Vernon. That's near Seattle. Oh, you know what, Carrie? That is such a beautiful area of the country. Yeah, such a beautiful area. Um, I've not had the opportunity to be that far northwest. Well, I mean, I made it into Canada, but I haven't, and for the U.S., I haven't made it that far. So, yeah. Well, when COVID kind of settles in and we can get back to our, oh, so Ronnie, you're gonna go back to Utah. That's where I got. Wow, y'all are just ah, I love that area. It's beautiful, breathtaking. Yeah, breathtaking. Oh my gosh, Carrie, really? Wow. So I don't know if Ellen's still on, but she's in the Edmonton area, Edmonton, Canada. Yes, more hounding. I know. So, Marion, I'm with you, hon. Carrie's got the bedrooms already set up for us. We could all converge and just take a road trip. Rock hounding is just so amazing. I mean, if y'all have never had the opportunity, try and find a group that you can go with or go by yourself. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with. But it's unlike any experience you'll ever have. Yeah, just be respectful, of course. Oh, you're in Ontario. Oh, you're in Ontario. What? Why am I thinking you're on West Side? You're on the East Side. Really? Oh my gosh. I have just put you mentally in my head in the wrong place of the country or in the world. Alan, I am so sorry. I had you on the West Side in my head the whole time. I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, so we would go to Ontario quite a bit. Yeah. Why was I thinking that you were in Edmonton? Oh my gosh. Wow. 100% open on March 10th for Texas back to business and no mask. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Marion. I think we were all introduced to crystals with an amethyst. I don't know, it's like a gateway drug, right? Amethyst, gateway drug. Um, let's see. Let me see what amethyst do I have in here. I don't know if I have any that are just like out in the open. But yeah. um Amethyst. I'm gonna if I could do like a marketing amethyst, the gateway crystal. Yeah, it's funny because it's so prolific, but it does so many amazing things, right? I mean, I have a friend that whenever she goes out drinking, she wears amethyst. She swears by the fact that it helps her drink more without becoming drunk. So amethyst. Fluoride, your medicine of choice. So, Katie, I'm glad you said that because I'm thinking about doing fluoride for next week. Yeah, and I have a few pieces. Let me show you real quick. Let's see. I just set these aside. So I have a few pieces here, and I'm like Bernice. I like the little one-offs, the little runts that, that don't have a whole lot of sparkle to them, but that's what I like. I like the small little bitty things that, that don't cost a lot, but they have character. I mean, they're so unique. They're just like, oh my gosh, like this guy. I mean, it's just like there's just nothing to him, but he's just like so cool. But fluorite, yeah. So I think I could do that. So if you don't mind, Katie, I'm going to take your idea and use fluorite for our next week's conversation. I think it's time for that. You started as a child in 1969, stopped when married in 1974. Oh my gosh, Linda, you have been, it's like you're like an underground crystal lover, and now you've come back out. Ronnie, where have you been that you have raw amethyst? Okay, so if y'all don't mind, if we'll just do fluorite next week, right? So y'all pull out your fluorites, and get ready to have a conversation about fluorites for next week. If you can, just sit with it for a while, do some connection, talk to it, about what the fluorite can do for you. Fluorite is the stone of dreams. You know what, Ellen? I really, I really think I can see that. So the to, so I have several fluorites, and I'll have to be honest with you guys. Fluorites to me for a long time I didn't connect with. I didn't see the appeal. I'm like, "Mm." um, I would say 4 months ago, something like that. I was drawn to the fluorite. I was like, what is going on that all of a sudden after all these years I now like you? What? I didn't dislike it, but it was like I didn't know what the draw was, didn't know what the big hype was. Um, but I absolutely can see, Ellen, where fluorite could be the a stone of dreams. Yeah, you float with fluorite. Now listen to that. Okay, Ellen, that's what I would connect with. Fluorite to me is a stone of water. It it has the element of water in it, and um and I can't explain it, but it's buoyant. It's like, okay, it'll help you move and just go forward and move back and forth. So floating, now that hit a nerve with me. Ah, your spirit's guide gonna knock you in the head, Marion. You know that. They're gonna trip you. They're gonna say, okay, it's time. Yeah. You can only put it off for so long. And then they'll just come forward and say, okay, it's time. You can't put it off anymore. African amethyst. Oh, wow. Okay, so amethyst. So what we'll do next week, we'll do fluorite, and then the week after that, I guess we're gonna have to do amethyst. I mean, it seems to be it's calling a lot of us. Yeah. So, um, oh, Carrie has raw amethyst. Oh my gosh. Yay. We're definitely gonna go visit Carrie. Carrie, you're gonna have to make room in your house. You got a lot of guests coming. So next week we're gonna do fluorite, and then the week after that we're gonna do amethyst. So y'all pick out your favorite fluorites and get ready to have a talk next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll all just come together and discuss, our experiences, what we like, what we dislike, what we don't connect with, what we do connect with about fluorite, and maybe give some insight to each other as to how we can either grow with that crystal, use it. There's so much we can learn from each other, and that's what I really wanted to do with this platform here. Is that I love that you're offering up your advice and your experiences. I mean, I think it really shows a lot of courage, and I think it helps other people understand that they're not alone in this, that they might have the same connection. Um, yeah, you're welcome, Katie. I really think this is it's perfect, right? And as I said, this is not about me. I am not an expert. I expect and beg you to bring your connection, your ideas, your communication, your thoughts, because this is not about me. It's about us as a community coming together and connecting in something that we love together. And it's the crystal, right? That's why we're here. We're lovers of crystals, and it's a safe place. No one is going to be challenged and said, okay, that's not true, because it's true for you, and that's the ultimate truth. And thank you all again. Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too, Ellen. I know. Wendell, I'm going to tell you. So, Ellen, Wendell is the scientific part of the team. He appreciates crystals and he loves them. He collects them. His bedside table is just full of crystals, but he doesn't connect with them like y'all do. And so, you being part of this with me, I can't tell you how thankful I am for this. Um, so thank you again for taking your time and being with us, today and discussing this, because I feel like I don't know. It's like, okay, nerdy people unite, crystal lovers, and just coming together and just saying, okay, it's okay that we feel like, yeah, absolutely, Bernice. Yeah, it's been so enlightening, and thank you all very, very much. And I really appreciate the time you've given this. I know your time's precious. Yeah, Carlos, are you kidding me? I love that you're here and you really inspire me, Carlos. So thank you so much for giving your insight. It's really, I appreciate it so much. Um, we do sell the singing bowls, the brass singing bowls. I don't have the crystal ones. They're kind of pricey, so I don't know if I could offer them at a reasonable price. I'll see what the price is, Tracy, and I'll send you a private DM. But for us, and I'll show you my personal one just to show you. So mine is not a bowl; it's a hand bell. This is what I like. It's so easy to play, right? It takes no talent at all. That's me. I like the easy way out. So yeah, it doesn't. You don't have to go around it in any way, but they're amazing. Yeah, so this is a bowl, hand bowl. But yeah, I'll get you some prices. Yeah, just to see. Yeah, I know, Linda. Yeah, and Wendell supports me 100%. Well, I mean, we have this business together, but he's a scientific person, and he can he appreciates the beauty, but the metaphysical aspect, the energy, and all that, he's not. He's not that way. But I mean, he set up all the cameras. He's totally supportive to me. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That whole when I'm telling you, Ronnie, it is just like ding, does it, ding, and you just sit back and look good. You don't have to do anything. It's just like, oh, okay. Yes, I make a sound. Yeah, I'll give you some prices. I'll let you know. I have absolutely. We've had that one, 2, 3 years now. Yeah, I've not pursued selling them, but I'll let you know. It's local. They're out of Houston. If you have a resale number, yeah, you can connect with them. It's called uh what is the name of the company? Crystal Distribution or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, they only sell to people with a resale permit. Yeah, you actually have to make an appointment to go join into their shop. So, but hey, guys, oh my gosh, we've gone. It's 8:30, and this is. I didn't mean to take up so much of your time, but I love this. Thank you so much, guys. I can't tell you how much this means for me, and I hope it does for you too. And I hope we can continue this. So I'm going to go ahead and do my very best to do this next Tuesday. The last 2 weeks were just like bizarre. We had the snow apocalypse here in Texas, which is out of this world, unbelievably strange. And then last week I had my day job called me to work with China, so I was actually working this time last week. So, but no, I'm dedicated and committed to continuing this, and I hope that y'all can continue with me. So hopefully we'll see you next week. And once again, we're going to do fluorite. Thank you, Katie, for the inspiration. So fluorite is for next week. So do some work with your fluorites, do some journeying, communicate with it, sit down with it, just, for a few minutes, seconds, however long it takes. Ask the fluorite what it can do for you and build upon it, and then come back and let everyone know what your experiences was. And from there, we can share and learn from each other. Yeah, no, it didn't happen, Linda. You didn't miss anything. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much. Gosh, my heart's just full of joy. Thank you so much for doing this with us. This has been so amazing, and thank you again for your participation. And it's not just me talking, and you would be very bored for sure. So thank you again. And oh yeah, blessings, Ronnie. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for a Ronnie hug. Man, September is can't come soon enough. But certainly, hun, if you are in Houston, you better stop your ass in Pearland. Okay, Pearland, Texas. You better come in. Thank you, Linda. And I hope to see you again soon, hun. Really take care. So we hope to see you next Tuesday. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much. And have a blessed week. And we'll see you next week, and we'll talk about fluorite. Good night, Marion. Thank you again for showing. Yeah, your insight was great. I really love the grid work. Yeah, that was really inspirational, and we really need to know how to work with our crystals. And um, they like structure, right? They like to have a purpose. So thank you, Marion, for pointing that out. Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. Blessings, hun. Good night, y'all. We appreciate you showing up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the video now. Good night, y'all.